Hello and good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a High Elves campaign. And we have ourselves a little Tyrion, and we have a fight against the lizard men. Because, yeah, good. Great charges indeed. But yes, big old units, and hey look, I've got some dragons now, sweet. And yeah, just sort of ambushing Mazdamundi because he was going to attack one of my settlements. Even though I did become allies with them, I can't let my own men fall prey to my own foolishness and let them basically be attacked by my supposed allies. So yeah, obviously our Elven king would be the greater ones. Yeah. Took a few charges, especially by this temple guard, but I do have a few guys over here in reserves in these trees, which didn't quite realize these guys were spear swords warriors, so I probably shouldn't, well, one, be facing the entire wrong way, so bad micromanagement in that behalf. There is a lot of units. I had like 40 units to micromanage. A lot of them are in reserves as well because I knew, well, a lot of them would have spears. So what I did is I just kept all of my Elven Reavers behind, and basically whenever I would spot any units retreating, I would send my Elven Reavers in to go and chase after them. Especially over here I noticed the temple guard are getting a bit too strong, so I thought I'll bog them down a little bit with some of the Illyrian Reavers. And it could kind of work in a way, and I finally got my silver helms into fights as well. I should really get a nice sunblast off over here, which would be a sunblast, sorry, a moon one. But yeah, Mazdamundi as well is pretty damaged as well because I should be having him be targeted by my equal or boat thrower. But yeah, a lot of my melee units are all just tearing people to shreds, as you can see. Swordmasters had a nice fun old time over here, and awkwardly I do have these Swordmasters kind of standing around. They're taking care of a few of the Source Warriors, but not enough really. And yeah, a lot of cavalry over here, and I sent my dragon in as well, which I should have really shown that off, to be honest. But yeah, a little bad dragon breath. And yet again, I've missed another good old charge of my dragon. But yeah, pretty much all she wrote here, because yeah, as we shall see, only a minute left, and there's already a mass retreat. So basically, from now on, it's all fair play game, and all of my Illyrian Reavers that are in reserves can now go on a hunt and just basically pull apart all this infantry. And seeing my eagle appear is really nice, actually, especially with the elven armor as well, which is very nice looking. Be interesting to see if there's any. I know there is mods to get them, but it would be interesting if Creative Assembly will create the Frostfire Phoenix and the Fire Phoenix mounts for them as well. Which, yeah, I think I should get the mod to allow me to have the mounts for them, but I'm not sure if there'll be like specific lured units as well. But yeah, big old hunt over here, just trying to kill them all. I was mainly trying just to chase after these chameleon skinks, or yeah, chameleon skinks actually. But then I kind of was like, didn't get there in time. But meh, whatever. Let's just fast forward this just to get past the timer so I can show you the kills, because the kills is all what really matters. And it's pretty bad. It's not that bad actually. For my bad micromanagement at the start of the battle, there was a lot of kills still on everyone, which is pretty good, I guess. In my opinion, trying to micromanage 40 units is a bit crazy. So, yeah. So as you can see, yeah, a lot of kills in that one. Not many kills in the heroes, but they didn't really need to. It was more of an infantry war. Yeah, I could get a lot more kills, or I could prevent a lot of kills, like with my Law of Life wizard, which I cast off Earthblood once. I did some magic, not used its full potential, And yeah, the noble's kill there was the Mazda Mundi's kill as well, so that was pretty good. But let us go to the campaign map. We shall go and find some cool things to do over there. Pretty much as far as my plans are going, I'm going to send Tyrion off to hunt down Malekith and slay his most revered enemy, which could also be quite soon in this episode, because I can get his dragon armor, which in that quest battle I fight Malekith, so that would probably be what we see next. Or you will see next, obviously. And it'll be definitely very interesting. I have as you can see, a very nice cavalry army, which I'm not sure about I'll be sending them off to. Probably might send them over to my shores to defend against Mazda Mundi's armies. I might send her off, maybe even over to Hexortal, and actually just take Hexortal off them. That would definitely. So we have ourselves an interesting battle, similar to how you saw me siege one of these gates. We're now being one defending it, which is quite interesting, and kind of position my men relatively okay. Sending my eagles over to do some scouting to try and find some chameleon skinks, maybe. That, and which I have. Blessed chameleon skinks indeed. But also just to really just chase down and harass their men, because it's going to be very funny. Target their blessed units. And target their Source Warriors there, yep. That's pretty good. I think those ones would suffice. And also, can these guys fire? No, they cannot. I might as well just position you down here. I wonder if I can put you here. They are already climbing my walls.
Serve the king without fail. Understood.
Right, let's get my gate guards down and sword masters forwards. Yeah, blessed chameleon skinks, sword masters will tear through them easily, and we'll tear through them there. And with these guys getting further back, they should be able to still fire up over. And man, my eagles are like on a massive chase to try and get these guys. Let's go ahead and bring down some more eagles, just to chase down some more of their men. Your gate is destroyed already, that's not good. So let's just deal with those Source Warriors. And yes, let's see if you guys can fire down here. And let's cast a spell on these guys, just to help keep them in the fight. And move over here. And move over here now. See, you're still alright, you can fire in. And let's see. Have you fire up if you can. Yep, my eagles I've summoned are doing some amazing work. Sadly though, the eagles are dealing very well with the crazy 135 speed in those ones. But yeah, I'm firing in nicely down here now, which is good. Good times all around. So we should be able to hold down here pretty well. It says we're losing combat, but we're pretty fine. Let's cast another Apotheosis on my Sword Masters. And also, let's cast Hand of Glory, because that increases their melee attack, so they'll really be able to start hitting hard.
Swordmaster of Poem.
So yeah, doing very good here. Let's move up over to here now. With my eagles. Keep firing in. And move my other white lions behind them and charge them in. So yeah, this is really in my favour now. I should easily just start doing this. My lord is under attack, but he is perfectly fine with full health. Can you not fire anymore?
Pull back.
Okay, so they've kind of broken through.
Can I be praised? Archers!
As you say, without question.
Which I might as well send over my silver helms, which I got over there. Yeah, one's going right, one's going left, that's good. Saying that though, they're all starting to break leadership now anyway.
Without fail. Without fail.
And all is good.
As you say.
Let's see if I can fire down here. Oh, I actually realized I could summon some more eagles, which is going to be grand. So summoning some eagles here would be good. And yeah, these guys, eagles, are having a fine old time over there. And let's send these eagles in now. Yep, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's just try and deal as much damage to the ones that have already survived. Yeah, supposedly my projectiles from my city have really done some work to those guys, but the eagles were sadly unable to catch up with them. And that was funny, I was saying like, yeah, my dude will be fine, ends up dying, so it's like pretty awkward. Yeah, that seems pretty good to me. Decisive victory. Don't even know why they sieged me in the first place. Maybe they didn't realize I have eagles on my side, or they didn't quite, they thought like, the AI was thinking like, yeah, all this cavalry will do great. Yeah, those sword masters went to, oh no, it was these ones that died quite quickly actually. 27 kills, that's not bad considering all of these are big old monsters, big old nasty monsters. So that's not bad at all. A lot of my work, I feel like it went down to, my bolt thrower's got some kills as well. And yeah, the mage didn't get anything, but she's able to restore health. So yeah, might as well take some more money from that as well. And yep, Gate successfully won. We've even got a weird bug kick to that icon. Their emblem didn't quite understand what's going on right then. But yes, you run away with your tail between your legs. Even though you're not a dog, but oh well. Don't even know if lizards are flexible enough to move their tail between their legs. Probably so. I don't know. Okay, so we have ourselves another battle. And this one's against a rebellion. And I'm playing this just because it's... Most rebellions are being quite easily defeated, but I mean, in this case it's been doing quite well. Quite well. I mean, it was 50-50, it's not a lot of the times it's not entirely my favourite 24/7. So I mean, no, it is entirely my favourite. So I mean, yeah. So it's kind of an easy win. But I mean, the thing I find bizarre about this is their sword masters, their silver helms are 90 speed, and my Illyrian Weaver archers are 104 speed. So I don't know for some reason how all of these silver helms are able to keep up with them. But I just used my other silver helms, which are winning the fight now handsomely. Even though it just shows how it's always quality, not quantity, and the fact that theirs is, well, 0, like rank 1 and mine's rank 4 now. But yeah, I've been using some units to try and tie them down. I just saw the eagles jump down, so I'm using my silver helms over there. And over here, I am using, even though they have shields, I'm using just focused fire and just really decimating their swords masters. Should have probably started targeting another unit, like targeting this unit now, rather than just constantly targeting that one. But having it as a full shatter is still very useful. So yeah, it's a bit awkward. Like over here, I should have really been targeting some other units. I literally just obliterated them actually. But over here, it's been really wonderful actually, because these, on the other hand, these sword masters, my own sword masters here, which are only like half their strength. Oh, it's because they're fighting spearmen, which explains why they're winning so handsomely, actually. But yeah, I just also constantly, as you can see here, constantly casting Earthblood, keeping them in shape, making sure they try and not lose any numbers. And over here, I might be losing on my 11 Reapers, but I am holding up I'm holding up a unit of Lothran Seaguard and a unit of Sword Masters, and then also a nice rear charge over here with all my other Illyrian Reapers. Probably a bit wasteful charging in both simultaneously, as you can see here. Not made charges that actually went off. But I mean, still it's bogging them down, and I should really bounce and move around like these Illyrian Reapers could charge into the backs of the spears where the spears won't do anything. And over here, I'm able to bog down their eagle and then fire in with my Illyrian Reaver archers, win them. And yeah, over in the trees over here, I just kind of had these archers on skirmish mode, but yeah, just doing nicely, dealing with these silver helms over here. And surprisingly, yeah, I was able to deal with those sword masters of Hoeth just by using some focused fire, and I also had the Dragon's Horn, which gives me plus 25% weapon strength and 25% missile damage, which is really effective with these archers. And yeah, the Silver Helm and the princesses were able to scare off these eagles, just momentarily, I guess. I say that ironically how I scared them off and then they all fly away. But yeah, Swordmaster's done wonderfully. Takes like almost no damage with the effective combination of the Earthbloods and his high melee defense. He's really good melee caster. I might try and, if I can, swap out all my lords for him, because some of the spells the Lord Masters can have are really good. And yeah, just constantly just charging into these spearmen and swordmasters, just trying to do charge bonus damage rather than anything else. And now my Lord Master's in there, he would start wrecking. Which one thing I found weird though is I was purposely trying to cast Earthblood in areas where my Illyrian Reavers and sword, where my men would be able to receive it, the Silver Helms and the Illyrian Reavers, but for some reason they just didn't. It's hard to find out the percentage of how much needs to be in it, and a bit silly micromanagement here. I should really have these guys firing, which now I do, obviously, but I mean it's a bit late, too late than sorry. Same here as well, they're fine, but I mean Swordmasters over here doing not much, but I mean I guess they're just refreshing up and whatnot. That's where I find if I do leave a little bit of poor micromanagement, it kind of does help a little bit by giving them a little bit of a benefit to their vigor in a way. But yeah, just sort of bogging down units now. Princess is just taking morale losses from loss of armies, and yep, this is where the full rout begins. And now I'm just, yep, chasing everyone down, trying to deal with everybody bit by bit. Don't know if I really was going to catch up with these Tyrion chariots, but I'm at least trying poking the occupants in the back with it, with my spears. Spears, javelins, lances, I'll technically say, I think. So yeah, everyone's doing quite well, other than these guys. These are poor unfortunate souls. But yeah, always well. Soon their lord will drop and fall with my Lord Master of Hoeth in there with armor piercing as well. So Lord Masters of Hoeth are really good because they're, well, sword masters, and they're also mages as well. So they really are incredibly good. I think they probably would be the best hero sorcerers in the game, like mages in the game. Well, it makes sense because most mages aren't really good for combat unless they are like actual legendary lord ones, like Malakiv, Wazag. Yeah, Wazag is alright actually. Wazag. Maybe you could say Marathi in certain cases. She is a little bit squishy with no armor. Oh, and also, yeah, the Ever-Chosen. Let's just say that. It's funny how I forgot his name, which is like Yeah, it's been a while since I've actually encountered Chaos. I forgot his name of Archeon the Ever-Chosen. Now I remember it, which is great, but a bit lazy. But yeah, nice kills. So right, surprisingly, for being such a small unit, they were able to slay through away through a lot of spears, and they didn't get many deaths in their behalf. At the end of the fight, I ended up losing, let's see, one of these archers. For some reason, only one. I don't know why not both of these were lost, and I ended up losing one of the one of the Silver Helms. The Swordmasters here is obviously gone. They were fully wiped out. I think it was mainly just down to friendly fire because my ranks were so thin. Because the ranks were so thin, my archers didn't have any restrictions in firing, and they probably did just commit like mass genocide with friendly fire. But oh well. Nonetheless, I'm recruiting some more right now, even if they aren't rank 5. Well, yeah, I think that's rank 5. But oh well, no, rank 4, not rank 5. But oh well. So we finally have the time that you have been waiting for. It's the quest armor for Tyrion's great and awesome dragon quest armor. So that's pretty cool. I forget its actual name. I should have checked it before I did it, but it's more awesome because we have both Tyrion and Teclis versus
Bring me battle.
And it's going to be definitely interesting as well. I was going to do a little test to see if the Razor Standard banner affects the range, and if that could be the case, you could make the multi-shot round really effective, because you could end up giving it 18 missile damage, 18 armor piercing damage with the anti-infantry shots. So that could be quite cool. But I mean, I'm probably gonna just be safe and just put it on my Chevron 6 silver helms, because that'll give them 25 armor piercing damage standard, let alone their plus 68 charge bonus, which is going to be really good and helpful. Which, speaking of that, I've lost my buff. I've lost the debuff I've had recently due to the Elven diplomacy to, it takes away like charge bonus off cavalry by 20%.
Deliver them
yeah,
to their ancestors.
But yeah, let's go ahead and fight it. I was also going to play this. I was going to play this normally and then save it as a replay, but I wanted to show you my first reaction to this, because yeah, not showing my first reaction to this quest battle would be a bit lame. So all you'll see is just me talking over it after fighting it, which would be lame, rather than us both experiencing it. Probably not at the same times, because you've probably seen this in other people's Let's Plays. Because yeah, I'm not gonna like lie. There has been a very long time since I have a very slow progression in the campaign. So other YouTubers, or if you play Total Warhammer yourself, you've probably played this quest like probably 5 times over already by the time it takes me just to play it once. Yeah, because it's been out for almost a few months now, this game. So yeah, people have already completed the Tomb King DLC, let alone me. I haven't even completed a single battle yet, single game campaign. I've barely even scratched the surface of the Tomb King ones as well, which is kind of ironic. And the classic thing I like about all quest battles in Total Warhammer 2 is you always have this start for the campaign, and you immediately start the fight as it is, rather than you being able to have your little speech, deploy your army, then fight. So I like this, the way it's new, it makes it more intense.
Elves of Ulthuan, to me! The scum of Nagaroth.
It's really good cutscenes as well.
They think to
very
cage
nice.
us in, but is the lion trapped when cornered by the rat?
No,
Do
because it's a
warriors
lion and a
swerve
rat.
when confronted by weaklings? No is the answer.
It's interesting my cavalry's at front as well.
Gird your souls.
And
Let
very
them
nice to
come.
see.
Agreed.
And yeah, at some point we'll have Tyrion come in as well. So let's just line up the forces.
It shall be done. We away.
Anti-infantry shot on... No, actually. We'll go with anti-armor on their shielded riders, because the anti-light bonus will be nothing compared to the anti-armor I'll be firing upon them. So yeah, that is my plan, yes. Move up around, send people around indeed.
Ready, going.
I shall serve the king.
Let's move people around indeed. Just switch to those over so I don't get confused about things. Yeah, all these guys have shields, so it's pointless. Yeah, let's just go ahead and push an bolt so you don't get this. Yeah, let's charge in. Send the dragons in as well.
Acknowledge. Orders received.
And let's get an earth blood on these guys. There. Put those guys up. Move around.
Moving out.
Stop them in their tracks. Fire in the center. Actually, move these guys to the flank. That would help. And let's send my guys in now. Fire upon their lord. Get a nice little flank round. Deal charge over here. Need to get my lethal march chariots constantly moving through. So yeah, just try and keep pouring through my lovely, beautiful chariots. And let's get some rear charges off now. This would do wonderfully. So So very well done.
Silver helms.
I need to keep an eye on their cold ones because they are going to be brutal. Get some more rear charges off. Send in my noble and set steel and stone. Kill their lord now, which is great. And yeah, these rear shots off. I'm going to start doing some wonders. Okay, Malekiths are just trying to bog down one of my dragons. Let's keep them away for a second. And yeah, reset out my line. Okay, so yeah, we want to keep them away. Let's heal back up my dragon. Let's try and gang up on Malekith.
Spearman, apace. Noble.
And let's gang up on Malekith now. About 2 dragons and a noble. They should really easily be able to destroy them all. And let's put a glorious flaming sword of ruin and quickly move over here and debuff them all.
Agreed.
Which now they're all tied up. We can now deal with them nicely. Let's charge over here. Need my guys over here to charge into those bleak swords. Should really do some nice work for them. And let's go into their blackout corsairs of them and fire the anti-infantry shot over here with a nice big old blob. And Malekith is doing not so well actually. Let's go and heal all my guys in there.
We will obey. Advance.
Let's move around. I was going to say, I'm not even needing Teclis at the moment. Teclis is just doing a smash fest right now. And Malekith is getting destroyed in the skies up there. So let's set a flesh to stone to my noble. The armor piercing on Malekith is not really going to do anything, but oh well. Yeah, everything's going fine up now. Just keep my chariot away from these blackout units. But yeah, finally Teclis comes in, a bit too late. We've pretty much dealt with everybody already. And let's have my Eagle Claw boat forward, target those Dark Shards. And Malekith falls graciously to my lovely flying goon squad. Might as well send them over to hunt down the rest of these pitiful Dark Elves.
Yes, it will be done.
Let's just keep on moving around. But yeah, everyone's starting to fully retreat now, which is glorious. Look at them all. Foolish things. Think they can beat me. And let's get a heal up on my dude. Everyone, just bunch together, if you could. Everybody could target over here, actually. I don't know what you're trying to target with that Fire Phoenix. You're going to be hitting my own menu, fools. Idiots. So yeah, let's just try and get a bunched up heal over here, if I could. Thank you, don't mind me. Trying to get as many people in as possible just to heal up. That seems good. Yeah, very nice indeed. That was a good heal up then. Let's end this battle here though. That's pretty good indeed. A close victory indeed. Yeah, no losses on Teclis or the High Elves at all what came to assist me. Probably because they weren't needed. But okay. I probably also should have had much better frontline hitting power, but it was basically down to a cavalry slaughter right then, and Teclis as well. Surprisingly, having no fights with Malekith, got so many kills. Yeah, that was a great fight.
Of Ulf-1.
And surprisingly, the mage got 4 kills as well, even though I never actually told her to fight anybody. I just told her to heal up people. I was there like, heal, heal, heal. Go and heal my men. They're slightly scratched.
Kill them all.
I find it funny how the ones I was healing were slightly scratched was from Malekith, so a bit more of a bite more than he can chew, but yeah, pretty good indeed. Didn't lose any units as well, and Malekith, Teclis lost nobody. Not even a nick of damage was given to them at all. Probably because everyone was already fleeing as they came in, which is kind of stupid. It's kind of the same case with Teclis and Talion when I was doing the Teclis one.
Bind them.
So I might as well heal up.
My strength grows.
Booyah. Ooh, and I got Frenzy. Which, I don't know, because with the boys will be boys, Frenzy gives them Rampage, so... I don't know. Tyrion on Rampage could be kind of funny. a rampaging Tyrion, which kind of is foreboding. I kind of right, because let me check the all of these little things, because I went through the bloodline of Anarion, which is like supposed to be like the god of war and whatnot to the High Elves, or the god of like death or something like that. I think it's the god of war, kind of like that. But the only thing I'm finding annoying now is Sunfang, the coolest actual unique item I want to get for Tyrion. Seems to be slightly bugged, because it says to me, construct 2 Shrines of Azirian, and I've literally I'm constructing one additional one here, but I've constructed one in here, I've just constructed another one in the Eagle's Gate as well, and I've also constructed one on the in Lothlorien as well. So I've constructed a lot of Shrines of Azirian. It could have been because these buildings have already, when I confederated with them, they already had the Shrines of Azirian, so what I did is I kind of demolished it and rebuilt it. But I'm assuming that's probably not counting that as being the case, so I'm having to go to some of these ones and build them in fresher provinces. Maybe being that could be the case why it's bugging out, thinking that I didn't truly build them, they were already constructed in there.
Might of Ulf-1.
So it's annoying, because I have also unlocked Sunfang's quest lines much earlier than his unique armor of Anarion, which is all perfect as well, because I went down the bloodline of Anarion and he has a dragon armor of Anarion as well. So that's really poetically perfect, and he's probably going to be pretty strong right now. Let's see, because he already has 110 melee attack, which is exactly the same as his speed, just because of the bloodline of Aaron. And if you haven't noticed, I have not even touched his battle traits as well, or character traits as well, especially when I also get here the feint of Ripsalt as well. So it's going to be brutal, because especially when you'd have a 32% physical resistance, let alone his already 8 and 10 from his armor. And then again, I think a little bit more strength as well. Yeah, plus 10% weapon strength and also 30 armor piercing. He is going to be a brutal tank of a character in melee. He's pretty much going to be like, oh, you have a lord right now? It's gone. But yeah, at some point I'll go down some of these trees. I want to go through the battleground tree, maybe buff up some of the... I want to buff up Dragon Princes, and I think at some point I might swap out his Illyrian Reavers for Dragon Princes, so that's going to be pretty good. And probably I'll probably swap out the Spearmen for maybe 2 to 3 Swordmasters of Hoeth and 2 Phoenix Guards as well. I think that sounds like maybe a bit of an overpowered front line, but it's definitely a hard hitting one, which I need for that, because I'm going to be going and sending Tyrion up pretty much by himself to take on all of the Dark Elves, and Clan Rictus, which is now just declared war on me. And Clan Rictus is actually quite strong at the moment. So that's going to be a bit of an awkward situation. And yeah, Alastair is probably on a really unnecessary recruitment rate. I probably could get myself some these Illyrian Reavers to him maybe in 2 or 3 turns. So I might just do that instead of his recruiting. So yeah, let's just stop that and send him over to him, because for some reason my princess, what was all built perfectly for buffing cavalry, is being assassinated. Maybe at some point I'll swap her out anyway for a different lord, because I've noticed there's a better lord for a cavalry army, which I'm going to be building, which down here, dashing, perfect. The one I found in Teclis' one, for the minus 30% upkeep for Silverhelms, technically minus 45 because I already got 15% through the research to the Illyrian Reavers and Silverhelms, Silverhelms and chariot-based units. So basically I'm going to probably recruit her, because also 20% charge bonus, that's going to be pretty good. And the weapon strength and missile damage on Silverhelms and Illyrian Reavers. The Illyrian Reavers are probably not going to be necessary. I guess for the Illyrian Reaver archers that'll be necessary. So that's going to be pretty brutal. The charge bonus for all my army, that's going to affect my dragon princes I'm going to be adding to our army. I might add some Tyrion chariots as well, and maybe some Ethelmar chariots. And I'll probably add, well, she already has 2 Swordmasters of Hearth. I might add maybe 2 Phoenix Guard in there, which I'm saying Phoenix Guard like I'm going to be spamming loads, and I can only actually gain, due to the boys will be boys, I can only ever recruit 3 from each building. So I'm not actually going to have that much Phoenix Guard until later in the campaign, where I have a lot of tier 5 settlements, and it's taking a long time. It's taken 74 turns, well, I'll say technically 70 turns to get my settlement up to tier 5. So yeah, and all the other settlements are doing not so well because they're in tier 3, and especially over in Nagarathi, that's going to take such a long time because, yeah, my growth rate is hindered so much due to it being a unsuitable and unhospitable climate. I probably should have just left them to the AI of Nagarathi but they were at war with a lot of my high elves, so I had to declare war on them. I'm kind of chatting a bit too much, but you had like 2 or 3 battles already, so I mean, I guess I have my right to chat. Yes. So what I'm probably going to do, stick the Silverhelms into Alastair's army, and then finally, after like 20 turns of saying this, that I'm going to be heading over to the old world and saying hi to the Wood Elves, and whoever is at war with the Wood Elves, I will immediately declare war on them and start taking their lands and defending Nagarath as well. Elf 1. Yes. And then I'll be also declaring war on the vampire counts of Musion, because I don't want these disgusting vampires being all pesky, which would then give me better lines with Bordello, which I might ally with them, try to, assuming that they won't get angry, because I will be declaring war on Calcion, because they are at war, as you can see down here, with the High Elf factions. We need to check if they're any at war with other factions as well. So I probably could kind of declare war on Clan Scaraya,
Champion of the Lady,
and probably go to war with some of the scaling tribes as well, which are probably not going to inhabit any of their lands, just raise them to the ground. But oh well, that's gonna be fun. So yeah, all of my plans there and then done and dusted. And I've got some pretty decent income, money at the moment now, from all of my little fights I've been doing, so that's going to be glorious. Yeah, still at war with Hexortal, so I might be sending over one of my armies to defeat Hexortal. I probably might take the entire province of the Istaman Lustria and take Hexortal, because that would definitely do a mighty blow to Lizardmen and force them to ally with me. So yeah, with their main capital gone, I have fought them back numerous times as well. A lot of their armies I've crushed, but as you can see here, there's 2 big mighty armies right here, and now I've actually got I might remove my mod that allows me to summon the lizard men to be able to use their summoned spawned units, recruit them so easily. Because as you can see here, it's pretty much an entire army of the the lizard men's army being recruited just by blessed units, which is expensive, but the AI does not care about money because everyone knows they cheat. So yeah, let's move on though, because I've been chatting for probably 15 minutes right now. I've been chatting more than that entire battle I had with Malekith, but oh well. Oh well, indeed. I said oh well or not. Oh well? And I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and see you guys in the next video in 2 weeks time, because I know I've been not as free of time to be able to upload a video every day, almost every working day. So it's going to be every other working day, every other working week. So I edit 1 week, upload another week, edit 1 week, and so that's going to be basically how it's going to be. So you're going to be having the next one in 2 weeks time. So yeah, I might get better. I might get more into the swing of things, and I might be able to upload videos daily. But at the moment, it's going to be every fortnight. So well, for each video correspondingly. So this one would be, this High Elf one will be the fortnight on Thursday. So yeah, and yeah, see you guys in the next video. And remember, stay classy, guys, and have a good old day to you. Bye.